Hey everyone, it's Izzy here, and today I am going to be doing my October wrap-up, showing y'all all the books I read this month and giving you a brief synopsis. I'm not the best at giving synopsises, so my apologies if it's not that great. And then I will be saying, like, rating the book. I know I'm all over the place right now, but that is what I'll be doing for all of these books. This is my biggest wrap-up yet. The first book I finished in October was A Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin, and this is the book that I really started annotating with a bit towards the end, so not really that many tabs. But this book only took me 25 days to read, and y'all are like, only? Like, this is because I actually really enjoyed it, because it was like my favorite season of the show takes place within this book. So this book, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. The Game of Thrones books I usually do give a 5 out of 5 because it is my favorite series, and I really enjoy it. So I can't really go into too much detail because this is the third book in a series. But yeah, if you're familiar with the Game of Thrones TV show, then yeah. So our next book that I finished this month is Raven, and it's the first book in the Star Wars Old Republic chronological order series. One tab. I had more, but I couldn't find the quotes in the book for some reason, because I thought I had it on page 73, and I go to 73 and the quote isn't there. Mandela effect, no. But yeah, this is by Drew Karpyshyn. I'm not sure how to say his name, but this book follows a Raven. He's been through so much in life. He's gone to the dark side, he's come back, he's fought in wars and all that, but so the Jedi Order has to erase his memory because he saw some things he wasn't supposed to see, and they don't want him spreading it to their population, I guess. And he starts having these nightmares. He doesn't know if they're nightmares, dreams, visions, whatever. He doesn't know if they're just a dream or if they mean something. I'm personally somebody who thinks dreams do mean something, but he's not sure. So he wants to find these people who fought in the war with him, fought against the Mandalorians, and that's the book is like his quest to finding out if these visions are dreams or if they're visions, like if they do mean anything. And I gave that book a 4 out of 5 just because I didn't really feel content with the ending of it. I don't know. So then we have Summer of Blood, England's First Revolution by Dan Jones. This is a nonfiction book. I have my notes down here if y'all are like, what are you looking at? I have this, but okay. So this book is a short book, and it is the first like nonfiction book I've ever read outside of school, and sadly I did not enjoy it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I just felt really distracted. Like, it's an easy read, it doesn't really use big words or anything, but I just felt really distracted, and that I wasn't really paying attention, that it wasn't really like, I can't tell you really anything that happened in this book. Yeah, that's like, but it's about England's First Revolution. So they are just getting out of the 100 Years' War, or it's still going on, I'm not really sure. And so the people are getting their taxes get raised, and obviously like when that happens, people rebel, and it is a very bloody rebellion. And I still don't know whose side is really the side to be on, because the king is very young, and it's not really his fault because it's his counselors who are doing everything. But the people don't feel that way. So I don't really know what to say about that. So then we have the Game of Thrones, the graphic novel, Volume 2 by George R.R. Martin, adapted by Daniel Abram, and art by Tommy Patterson. I gave this book a 4 out of 5. I don't remember why, but yeah, I feel like these are kind of slow paced. Yeah. I just feel like they're kind of slow, but I do enjoy these because it brings the book more to life, because it's how the books are rather than the TV show. I think it's really interesting that we do get to see like what the characters would look like, or what certain scenes look like and all that. So, and I do really like the art in this, but I do feel like some characters do look very similar. Like if it's a mother-daughter, they look just alike, like Catelyn and Sansa. They're really hard to tell apart, but they don't really have that many scenes together, but still. So then another graphic novel is The Iron Fist. Oh, what is the full name of this? The Iron Fist Volume 1, The Trial of the Seven Masters. I gave this a 2 out of 5. And this is by Brinson, Perkins, and Troy. I don't know which one's writer, which one's artist and all. But this book, I feel like I wanted to get a backstory of the Iron Fist before I watched the show that sadly got canceled. But I didn't get any backstory from this at all. Like, I went in and I was like, what is honestly happening? And like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, it doesn't give you enough backstory. So our next book is I Am Watching You by Teresa Driscoll. This is a thriller, and this book was so hard to put down. It was so good. I gave this a 5 out of 5. So this is about one day, we have several point of views, I think like 7. And so we have Ella, who is going to a convention in London and is on the train, and there are 2 teenage girls on the train, and it's like their first time going to the city all by themselves. And so they're obviously very excited, and then 2 guys get on the train with trash bags and all, and that's kind of sketchy. And then we find out that they are fresh out of prison, and so Ella has that maternal instinct, like, I need to go tell those girls to stop talking to them, I need to call their parents or something, but she's like, I'm just overreacting, I shouldn't, like, it's, they can deal with it, kind of. And so, and she's like, I shouldn't even be eavesdropping on their conversation, so she doesn't say anything. The next day, one of those girls goes missing. And so the story is where Ella is feeling really guilty, but she starts getting these letters and obviously doesn't know where they come from. There's no fingerprints on the letters or anything. So, yep, so I really enjoyed that. So our next book is Deceived, Star Wars The Old Republic, Chronological Order, Book 2 by Paul S. Kemp. Now, I really enjoyed this Star Wars book. I felt like it was very easy to follow. The story wasn't too complex or anything like that. And this was just really good. I really, really like this book. And so basically it is, and all these Old Republic books are based on a video game. So spoilers for the video game, maybe, I don't know. So we have Malgus, who is our character on the cover. He is on the dark side, obviously, you can tell by his lightsaber, and he is part of the Empire, and the Empire is trying to take over the Republic. So they take Coruscant and the Jedi Temple. He kills a Jedi Master, and obviously with the Force, you can sense that kind of stuff. So the Master, the girl, the Jedi who that Master trained, Erin, she's my favorite character in the book. She feels like she's getting plunged with the lightsabers, because in Dawn of the Jedi they don't have lightsabers yet, so that's why I was making sure. So she feels it, and she feels like she has to avenge his death, which isn't really allow her. I don't know. I feel like it goes against the Jedi code, and then so she is a lone Jedi, the lone knight, and she is trying to find who killed her master and avenge her master's death. So our next book is one that I just finished, actually. It's Cleopatra, A Life. This is another nonfiction book. You can tell I really enjoyed it because I learned so much from this book. Because there's so much that Cleopatra, we really just see her as, oh, she slept with all these guys, and yeah, like she was just a hoe. No, she was such a powerful ruler and cared a lot about her Egyptian people. She's not Egyptian, but she was ruling Egypt. She was Macedonian and Greek, which is something a lot of people I don't think know. I didn't know that, at least, because I don't remember learning about Cleopatra. Like, I knew about her obviously because, like, I think everybody does, but I don't remember learning about her. I remember learning about Caesar, but I don't remember learning about Mark Antony or Cleopatra. So I learned so much about her. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Just because I feel like this book did kind of jump all over the place at times. but I learned so much because it really gives her more of a, where we really see who she really was. And I really like that. So our next, they all just fell, is this is like a guide to this, so I did read this and only took like 10 minutes, but the Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm, book 1, graphic novel. Again, I gave this a 5 out of 5. I felt like this was really interesting. I didn't really have any questions going in because it was so nice to have a guide. I think all graphic novels comic book series should have one. I don't know if they do. This is by Dark Horse Comics, because this came out before Disney and Star Wars became a thing, so that's not Marvel. But I did really enjoy this, and this takes place, I think, 25,000 years before A New Hope. But those are all of the books I read this month. I will have all my reviews on them in the pinned comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye, guys!